there. Welcome to the Experienship Podcast. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Danlee.
And we have a fun story today.
We're so excited because today we actually posted our very first episode on social media and on Spotify, and we're on high right now. Really pumped.
We're not actually high though.
We're just on a happy high.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about ourselves a little bit because you guys are going to get to know us.
And how we got started and kind of what makes us a little bit unique about why we actually wanted to do this.
What this all is about.
What is this?
All right, so I'm Danlee.
I'm Brittany.
So first things first, a lot of these recordings that have happened so far have been on my couch, Danlee, in my living room, lots of animals, husband walking around,
children,
Lizzie, my bearded dragon on our shoulders. Yeah. And then my kids, but the idea is that they're sleeping when we record. So that's what we hope will continue. So anyway, about me. So, Brittany and I are both in our 30s and I'm married and I have 2 young girls and they're my life and I spend all the time with them, but have some personal interests too. And one of them is kicking off this fun project with my BFF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're really excited about that. I have some personal hobbies, crocheting and sewing.
You're in your grandma era.
Yeah. But we both live in the Austin, Texas area. I have 2 dogs, a Chihuahua, Evie, and my baby boy, Ollie, who's not so baby anymore. He's big Labradoodle boy. And he's super goofy and cute. My kitty cat, Fiona, my bearded dragon, Lizzie, who's a frequent topic of conversation for us. Yeah, so I'm just excited to share about me and Brittany and our life, and we have some fun stories.
Yeah, it's always interesting to talk about yourself because you talk about yourself normally in regular conversations with other people, and then when it's like, let's do an elevator pitch about yourself, and it's not like an interview, it's a little
you're like, okay,
a little weird. But so I am Texas born and raised. I mean, you are too, actually. I've never lived anywhere else. I've only lived in between Austin and Houston, and literally back and forth. I mean, I was born in Austin, so it's Austin, Houston, Austin, Houston, Austin.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
when you put it like that.
Not gonna lie, I've counted.
Whiplash.
So it's hard to say exactly. Just where are you from? Texas? I don't know. And
I know when someone says home, like what's the first thing that you think of?
I don't know. I've moved so many times. I'm basically like a non-army brat. I feel like my mom was an army brat. So anyway, they moved a lot. So that's probably why. Anyway, I'm squirreling real hard. So I am the complete opposite in terms of lifestyle choices. I am single as a Pringle. I do not have any kids. I do have animals, but I also am one of those, I don't want kids, but I don't disrespect your choices or anybody else's choices to have kids. I just know that's not in the cards for me. And the thought of having a baby just makes me want to cry.
But you love my babies, and I love that
I love your babies. I also... It's questionable about strangers' babies, though, because I don't know their parents' behaviors. I don't know their behaviors.
Well, and my babies adore you, so it's not that Brittany is not lovable. I'm just kidding.
Depends on who you ask. Well, your kids did give me a group hug tonight before they went to bed, so that made me feel good. Yeah.
Where was I?
They were like, night night, Brittany. I don't know, girl.
Well, that's cute.
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't get one, but that's nice.
Oh, probably finding a towel. Yeah.
Yeah, probably doing the mom things.
Yeah. So other than that, I mean, I'm pretty independent other than the fact that I come over here at least once or twice a week. But I have a dog-sized cat and a donkey-sized dog. and that's my life. And Lizzie the bearded dragon actually so happens to be my goddaughter.
Yeah, you're Lizzie's godmom.
I'm obsessed with her just a little bit. That's why she's also partially a topic of conversation often, because I'm always like, let me hold the
Brittany
baby.
holds Lizzie more than I do. Not that I don't love Lizzie, but someone has a favorite. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
And you may or may not have brought her a Halloween costume and we dressed her up as a scorpion. It was so cute.
It was something I had to have from the pet store and I couldn't not have.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had this little debate just a second ago.
Uh-huh.
How did the podcast start?
Oh, yeah, we did have a debate. She said, well, what do we want to talk about on the intro? And I was like, well, we should talk about the idea for the podcast. And
how did it get
Yeah.
started?
Well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's not what I remember. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a list of topics. One of the things on the list is grief, but there's many things on the list. Mm-hmm. But anyway, one day, and this is where my memory of generation of the podcast came in to play. One day, we were sitting in my backyard, because right now we spend a lot of our time at my house, like we talked about. And my family built a memorial garden for my late mother-in-law, Mimi, in our backyard on her 1-year anniversary. Anyway, so we were out there one day, Brittany and I, because I remember that day, not her anniversary, but a later day where we went out there, being really crazy in my house, like many nights are, and kids just going berserk, and I just needed a human moment to myself and get away. So I walked outside and sat in the backyard on that bench at that garden, and it's kind of private from the kids. Like they dominate a lot of the backyard, but they don't actually go to that spot a lot.
Yeah, well, and you guys have a huge backyard.
Yeah, so it's not like the first place they're going to look for me. So I went over there just to take a minute.
Yeah.
And then you came out with 2 glasses of wine because you knew I needed one. Yeah. And we sat on the bench together.
Well, and I hadn't sat on the bench yet. You guys had just gotten it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were out there and I was like, okay.
And
it's so cute in that little
it's
area
a fun little spot. Yeah. It's a really cozy little spot when the mosquitoes aren't out.
No.
But we were just started laughing. We were drinking our wine, kind of making our jokes about the insaneness of life and things. Mm-hmm. And, we have a lot of moments like that. And that is my first memory of the moment that you said, you know what, we should have a podcast. And I said, yeah, I think we should. And we were like, haha, kind of daydreaming a little bit. It sounded fun, but that was actually a while ago now.
That was a long
maybe
time
a year ago or something.
It's yes.
But then since then, I know we've mentioned it many times until we finally put dreams into reality. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So, but then your memory, Brittany's version.
Well, we were talking about it, but I remember us sitting on your sofa, mm-hmm. and it got brought up again, and that's when I fully remember the
again.
Just
kidding.
I have the memory of a squirrel. Actually, maybe not even that. I could bury a thought, a nut or something, and I could come back next winter and completely forget where it is.
Well, it's okay because I'm interested in hearing what you're going to say because I don't necessarily remember that moment. So,
well, it was you know what? We really should do a podcast because I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was just something that we were laughing so hard. Mm-hmm. And, when we laugh really hard, we cry, mm-hmm. and I start snotting everywhere. And so I just was like, this would be so funny on a podcast.
Oh, because we do that all the time.
We just laugh typical, oh God, I have to pee now, mm-hmm. Or, oh, I don't know. It was just funny. So I remember us sitting here and it got brought up again. And then it was again, a few months later where we actually really started actually, you're the one that spearheaded a lot of of it starting. You were like, here are some mics for us to look into. You were talking to coworkers and other people that have done
I just got excited. I like to have something mm-hmm. to do, the whole crocheting, sewing, whatever. Yeah. I just like to do something and something for me. And, we spend so much time together. It's almost like a no-brainer. Like, let's just bust out the mics and have fun and, publish a podcast.
Well, I like that about you too, because that's one of the parts of our podcast that we really wanted to amplify is with our different topics that we have is the differences that you and I have, because we complement each other really well, I think, in a lot of different ways, because when I get overwhelmed, I shut down. And you're the one that's like, no, like, come on, we're doing this. And it's not in a bad way to me. It's something I need, is that extra, like, sometimes I need that motivation if it's, I
think we tug at each other.
Yeah. I'm like, you come down and relax. And you're like, no, come on, we're going.
Yeah, that's true. When I'm running around like a Tasmanian devil, you're like, I'm going to top off your wine and we're going to go calm down.
Oh, do you here? Do you need this dumpling because you're...
Yeah, go put a dumpling in my mouth because I'm starving and hangry and doing 20 things at once.
Oh, we went to the grocery store one day and I talk about hungry. I was getting really faint. And so I was like, I have to get these dumplings. So I got some dumplings and
HEB
at
dumplings.
the HEB. That's another Texas thing.
Dude, not even just dumplings though. They had them all dressed. I mean,
they had like
good.
Spicy mayo and eel sauce on top. It was like loaded dumplings. And I was like, okay, well, clearly
so good.
Not buying normal ones ever again.
No.
But so I was eating a couple because I was losing my mind, hungry, and you were just a tornado running through the house. And I was like, please, I was like, just try this dumpling. And you were like, no. And I was like, try the dumpling.
You like handed me the dumplings and it was like, I don't know, some miraculous moment.
Transformed.
Yeah. Unicorns and sunshine burst in my mouth. I was like, whoa, I needed that dumpling.
Like Snickers commercials. Like, aren't you when you're hungry?
Oh, that dumpling got me through the night.
Yes. At least until dinner was served, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because we've been experimenting with different dinners too with all this time together, including different ways to cook tofu, which is interesting. But we've made it.
I liked it.
We've made it good. We've made it bad. I like it too.
I mean, I definitely put too much seasoning on it, but I like tofu though.
I do too. I don't have a ton of experience cooking it, but we're getting there. We're trying these things. It's going good.
So I know we had a few other topics that were kind of our initial topics. Like, are those on the list too? Yeah,
so I have the list. So, yeah, I mean, the list is actually really long. So we don't have to hit on every topic. But a part of this conversation, this recording tonight, we just want to put a few topics out there, kind of what to expect from us and some interests we have. The whole basis for this podcast is experienship. It's the experiences that we've had in our friendship, which has a big range, but it's also, just there's this theme of common experiences, things that we've helped each other through, vacations together. We've done a lot of vacations together. And we also have multiple people in each of our lives that we are interested in and their experiences. So there will be some interviews and things like that we'll put out there that I think are really cool. Grief, that's one I already mentioned. We've both dealt with.
I think that was one of the first ones that we even talked about because it was so similar and different for both of us that it just seems like obviously if we have enough to talk about from what we went through, then hopefully somebody else out there will.
Yeah. And I mean, and we'll get into it more when we hit that topic, but like, to me, it's one of the biggest, I don't want to say it defines me, but it is such a big part of me now. So I think that's just, it has to be talked about, right?
It definitely does. Yeah.
And it's what we talk about a lot.
It is. Yeah.
Together. Also, creepy toys making creepy sounds. I'm not
a fan of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Because we've had some really weird moments.
Can we record this in the daytime outside because I can't do this at night.
Okay. But one on the topic of toys, there's some cool toys. Not sexual toys. But like some of my kids just went cool toys. Yeah, you just gave me some looks.
Whoopsies.
Woo. No, my kids do have some cool toys. Like the globe. Oh my gosh. I think we just gotta have an episode where we like play with some toys.
Ooh, yes. And then we'll get banned just by the title.
Okay, kikiing with some wine is one, but I'm like, okay, that's actually every episode.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Okay, this one's good. Going through Brittany's dating app.
Okay, but I deleted it. Do I need to re-download?
I mean, is there like a history that we can go through?
No, I deleted.
Oh.
I didn't just delete the app. I like deleted my profile.
I mean, we also have some screenshots, so we
Well, speaking of dating, somebody from Saturday texted me while you were talking.
So we do have something to talk about.
Well, being the pretty much like only single, well, minus our other friend, but I mean, I've been single by choice for a while. Mm-hmm. And also not by choice, because dating apps,
I mean, yeah, you've dated,
are horrible.
Yeah, you've had some situations.
I know I'm not the only one out there that feels the same way, but finally, yeah, a couple months ago, I just said,
you're not alone.
And I deleted it. It's just taking up space in my brain and on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can still keep that on there and talk. Maybe we can I'll set up like a profile and we'll just.
Ooh, that'd be fun. But is that like wrong? Is that catfishing? Like
that'd be my pictures.
Okay.
I'm just not fully expressing the intent of the page. That's not lying, is it? Okay.
So anyway, we'll come back to that one. Okay, so we have a lot of matching outfits, and that is definitely something, if anyone follows us, you'll know matching. About. Titan Submersible.
Oh, dear.
We were obsessed with that for
Ocean
a
Gate.
While. Yeah.
Well, and then that documentary just came out, too, so it was like our obsession got reignited.
Yeah, we were super into that. We're also obsessed with some other historical stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of history happening in our brains right now.
Yeah, World War II, before, during, after, and all the parts of it is definitely something we're both kind of obsessing.
That's probably why I can't remember what I did like last month, because I'm absorbing so much information from what happened in like 1960.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. That's a few of the big ones. Oh, and we have some good friends that'll probably make some appearances, because we have a friend group that we spend a lot of time with, the Crawbaddies.
Yeah.
So they'll make appearances.
Okay. So now that Danlee's got that all off her chest.
Thanks.
Just kidding. Just one more story before we say good day.
Adios.
So how we met is actually fun. People always think that, I always get asked, I don't know about you, but I get asked all the time, oh my gosh, like you guys have known each other since you were kids, right?
People think we're sisters. Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, sisters, or that we've known each other since we were little.
Yeah.
And it feels like it, but we did not. We met in 2012. Mm-hmm. And I originally, working at a kind of commercial barber shop in Austin, and I was the receptionist, and I only worked Thursday through Sundays, which was just horrendously busy all the time.
The best shift you could ask for, you mean?
No, liar, pants on fire.
Just kidding.
So I had already been there maybe about a year and a half.
Sorry. Okay. Anyway.
Or like SpongeBob, plants for hire. Anyway. But so I'm working, and I just like, all I wanted, I was going to school Monday through Thursday, and I was anywhere between like ACC or like traveling to Texas State and San Marcos. Like I had classes all over the place. And so I had finally gotten to a point where I was like, it was like a year and a half. And I was like, I don't want to work Friday through Sunday anymore. I can't handle this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even know how I did it for so long. But anyway, I had kept asking our boss, like, can I change? And they said no. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you come in with already like the daughter of one of the hairstylists already. I didn't know at the time, though, you had already been working another full-time job. And so you only had certain hours that you could work. And I didn't know that, but I was bitter.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we had never crossed our schedules except for one day. I think it was a Saturday, and we crossed by like 2 hours.
We had crossed in passing.
Well, crossed in passing and like in meetings and stuff, like quick little meetings and stuff, but not like actually getting to some talk.
Time. Yeah.
And when you're at the front desk, like you have to work as a team.
Oh, you go through battle. Yeah.
It's customer service battle times.
It's insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people say you don't know customer service until you've been a waiter. It's kind of the same thing at the barbershop.
It's like, get your rest, take your BC powders, like be fully prepared. Do you want lunch that day?
Because no.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Drink your protein shakes. Yeah.
I remember having like sandwiches or coffee delivered all the time because I couldn't physically leave. And anyway, so we finally crossed paths, and I'm like, we were laughing and having fun. And I just remember being like, I want to be your friend. And I thought you were older than me because you're so not the looks, just you were so wise compared to a lot of other people that I had met.
Yeah. You're thinking, oh, that girl got some wrinkles.
No, I did not. Oh, no. You definitely didn't have wrinkles back then.
Back then. Okay. Whoa. Dang. The truth comes out.
So anyway, I remember it being so fun, and I was wanting to hang out, and then you had finally invited me over because I get kind of weird. I'm like, I want to hang out, but I didn't want to be rejected. So finally we're like, oh, come, my apartment's really close by. Like,
my apartment was so close by
and everything. And it was so much fun. And we have been friends ever since.
BFF from day one of hanging out. Well, also, like, okay, so this
from our dance party
shows how like young-minded I was. But in high school, I was cheerleading captain and did a lot of pep rally planning and things like that.
Yeah.
And so one of the big parts of what I had just finished doing, before starting school, like moving to Austin, getting that job, any of that, was like all those pep rally things. Like every Friday we had a theme, we dressed up, we did all this fun stuff. And so I remember telling our boss, like, I want to start having themed Fridays. And she was so into it.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
And everyone got into it. And we had like a rocker Friday and a 60s Friday. And
the 60s Friday is still funny to me. Yeah. Because everybody went out for that one.
Oh, yeah. No, everyone loved it. We did like the nerdy stuff. Like people wore like Harry Potter stuff, like cowboy, like all kinds of cool stuff. We had so much fun. And I think that's when we started like actually kind of, I don't know, maybe connecting, because we were like, oh, like, what are you wearing or whatever.
Yeah. And the 60s one is the one I think when I look back at pictures, of course, the pictures I took on your 21st birthday. Or 20th birthday.
Girl, I think it was like my 19th birthday.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, no, I think it was 20th.
It wasn't 20. It was. I know now it was not 21st. Thinking back, but like
remembering the events, I was not 21 yet.
I remember the 21st birthday, but
different night, different story.
Yes, and yeah, anyway, so I don't remember exactly, but it was like we had only worked together 1 or 2 times before we hung out. And then it was just kind of like, okay, see you tomorrow. Like,
very natural after that, yeah. Like one of those people, it's like you've been friends forever kind of thing.
But then you laugh so hard that your face hurts. Like that's good.
Yeah. Well,
that's when you know I remember telling my mom, I was like, she's a keeper.
Aw.
Because I usually don't like everybody I meet. That's why I'm single.
Well, okay.
And I don't like everybody I meet. But I was obsessed with you.
Oh, that's sweet. I was obsessed with you too. You had an iPhone, and that was back before I even had like a smartphone. And so you actually still have some pictures and videos from that time. And I don't even. So anything that's documented, I guess basically what I'm saying is if you want any dirt on me, go to Brittany.
No,
Just
I don't.
kidding.
I won't share.
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, there's not dirt. Except for some fun nights that I don't know.
There is a video. I mean, I'm not going to get it. The video. There's nothing wrong with the video. It's just funny, but it's like we learned that we both like dance parties.
We had some dance parties,
and so we were just like dancing, and it was like TLC was on or something, and
yeah,
or no, Missy Elliott. Was it Missy Elliott? I don't know. We'll look back at it later. But
work it, put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
I mean, this won't go on any of our social media. Actually, I don't think that was a song. Anyway, just the way that you were like, when you were like dancing like this, like.
Now we have to look back and see what song that was. Yeah. Oh,
it was so funny. Oh my God, that will never not be funny to me.
That was an era.
It was an era.
And I think we've gone through a couple of eras.
We really have. And I think that's going to be good for...
We've done a little growing up.
Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to grow up.
Yeah.
I'm a Peter Pan. I don't want to grow up.
Well, we definitely have nights where we're like, we aren't grown up.
And then we're like, wait, we got to go to bed.
But we are. Yeah. But we have life to live.
We're old and it's tired.
Yeah.
And it's tired.
It's tired. Your body is tired.
The old personality inside of me. It is tired.
You're tired. Yeah.
You're tired.
Well, I think that was a fun time, and I'm excited that we got to share that experience on the Experienship. And I'm so excited for all the other experiences that we're going to share with you guys. I'm excited for everyone to get to know us. And
hope you don't know. Don't be mean.
Yeah, I mean, if someone is interested in, a question or an experience that we've had that you want to know about, please ask. But we have some fun stuff, and we have, aside from like just having a lot of history together, we do have some fun interests, like common interests. Like we both do our own nails, and we're both, we have some fun like beauty tips and secrets and things that we've figured out, and we can share and go through.
Well, and also books too. Not even, just we have stuff even from super superficial, from the beauty stuff down to like books that we've read, things that we find similar, documentaries that we watch. Mm-hmm. I think we're pretty versatile in
our interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm excited to share with everybody.
Me
and
too.
This is a really cool night, and we're excited to kick it off. We're definitely celebrating tonight.
Woo!
This first official public appearance for the Experienship podcast, and I can't wait for many more awesome nights like this. We're thinking we're going to post every couple of weeks, so stay tuned, and we can't wait for you guys to hear more about us.
So thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.